Alright, I'm just going to start from the front of this bike and show everything I've done to the, as far as any kind of upgrades, and work my way to the back. And this has all been done since I've owned the bike, and you can probably tell by the looks of some of the stuff, how recent it's been or how old it's been. Anyway, simplest little things. The axle covers, I put them on there. Changed out regular headlight to the LED. That LED headlight was, I think, $35 on Amazon, something like that. I had to purchase this. I did a tack. I had to buy the cup and the holder. That was $20 for the tack, sitting on a shelf at a Harley shop. And then the mount and the cup, I think, together was about $60. And then, of course, I ain't gonna sit here and say it was a plug and play deal. You really had to watch some videos and do some things to get it hooked up underneath the dash here to make it operate. And again, as I keep bragging about Harbor Freight, shrink wrap. You can buy shrink wrap by the freaking yards there at Harbor Freight for a little bit of nothing. And I mean, you see any wires there? I mean, you see the wires, but are they standing out? No, they're shrink wrapped all the way up underneath this dash. All right, and then walk back around front here. Custom Dynamics LED turn signals. I just purchased these last summer. You see how they are? They're not the halo, but they're bright. The alarm system's going off right now as I don't have my key with me. Well, I have my key with me, but it ain't close enough. But you can see how they operate. They were $100. Yes, I did spend a lot of money on them. Upgraded this speedometer, which it's got the red. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's got the red in it, kind of like the Screaming Eagle, same as this here. So I did not have the speedometer flash to match the mileage that's on the bike. The mileage is off a little bit, but I don't plan on getting rid of the bike. So therefore, it ain't really that big of a deal, but I do have the mileage wrote down and the difference between them one to the other. So if I ever do sell it, I'll either have it flashed or the person will know. At the same time, I got this here fuel cap assembly and gauge. Had them put on. Well, I put them on. I didn't have them put on. I put them on. I think I paid that day. I think I paid the same seller. It was at a swap meet. Was selling both. I think I got both for $90. Because he wanted like 80 for the fuel gauges and stuff. But anyway, now here's another one. There was an upgrade that I went straight through Harley and done. These mirrors, everybody's different. I like the convex in it, and I like the way they are. You can see pretty much everything from your shoulder. A little ways back. Now they are convex mirrors on both. It's just this one here gives a little bigger range, So they are nice, and they're a nice looking mirror. Great. I love them. If I ever break one, I'll spend $130 to get the next ones again. Bought these here, master cylinders, because both master cylinders, bottom and top, on this 2007, the gasket started leaking, so I just bought chrome ones and put on. The exhaust, I did have the exhaust. The exhaust was part of the deal when I purchased the bike. That's Rush Shorties. Sound pretty good. Baffles are out of them. I took the baffles out. I did remove them from the head and put the cones in. Latest purchase, R&S oil gauge, $179. A little expensive for what it is, but I liked it, so I sprung for it. Temperature gauge for your oil. That actually is a Harley purchase too. I bought a cheaper one. The The thermal part of it worked fine. But as I found out one day pulling out of my driveway here, I kicked into it pretty hard. And the back pressure, I guess you'd say, it built the oil pressure, it blew the plug out of it. And the oil went all down through here. And I think I have a video. It ended up ruining my brake pads back here, so I had to put them on. And so you're better off, instead of spending 15 bucks, spend the extra 30 bucks at the Harley dealership, or find one online that is a Harley for your bike and use that instead. I did do away with the running boards pretty much immediately. Went ahead and got the Softail Custom forward controls, which they're standard, not really forward, they're just standard controls. Just purchased these not too long through J&P. The stirrups, heel rest, whatever you want to call them. They were, I think, which comes, this whole thing, it's all one piece. I think it was, I think they were like $75. Mustang seat, $500 for the pair. That was more or less a comfort for her than me. She had a smaller seat. The original seat was a little smaller. Had a tendency to hurt her like her edges of her butt, I guess you'd say. Of course, bigger pegs for her on the back, so she has a little more foot pad there. Backrest and luggage rack. I bought the backrest first and then put the luggage rack on later on. And I just recently, right after buying this seat, did just have a small pad back here. I did go with a bigger pad, put it on there. That was, that's going through Harley again. That was probably $75, $80, something like that. Might have been more. This right here, these people, road ready. If you have a bike that don't have saddlebags and you don't want to put that kind of stuff on like I don't want to, these people got some pretty good options. Look them up online. This is not a plug for them. I'm not trying to, I'm not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form other than I like the product. I think I have 4 of their bags. A smaller one of these and 2 of the barrel bags. And they're not cheap, but they're not expensive. I think this one was $130. They're waterproof. They do an excellent job. You can pick them up, pull them right off, and carry them into a hotel if you got clothes in them or whatever. If you got something in there you don't want somebody to steal. Awesome. And again, on the lights here, I got the Custom Dynamics ribbons back here, which I just got the 1-turn signal on. Just on these 2 here. This here is a tail light. I purchased one right after I first bought the bike. LED, changed it out. And it was on there till just about probably 8 months ago. The only reason why I changed it out is because this LED burned out up onto the tag, which had been out for a long time. And, you don't want to be pulled over for no reason. So that was the reason why I changed it. So when I changed it, I got this one on Amazon. I think it was $34. So that's pretty much about it other than regular maintenance stuff. I mean, obviously I got the axle covers on there on the back as well. Oh, this right here, I got a Harley. It's a cover. It's your belt drive cover. Somebody bought it, returned it because supposedly, I don't know if Harley did it or somebody did it. This bolt, I guess, pushed back through. It wasn't tight. I don't know if you can see it or not. Put a little marking right here. Not on my bike. This is the way I bought it. That's like an $89 item. Was sitting there, and I bought it for, I think, $15, $20. That's something else about Harley a lot of people don't know. You go in there at Harley, a lot of times they'll have a table set up with stuff that, seconds or somebody ordered something and they never got rid of it. Now they're tired of it, want to get it out of their inventory. So anyway, like I said, I think $20, $25, something like that, $15. These caps, I bought them on eBay to cover the boats. I think it was less than $10 for the 5 of them. This here is my own little design. $3 or $4 at Walmart. A 12-volt adapter right up to my battery, and I put the Harbor Freight shrink on her again. And you don't even know it's there. So outside that, I think that's it. Other than, like I said, regular maintenance. I will say this, y'all can do what you want. As far as brake pads, stuff like that, I do go through Harley, even my oil and stuff. I still buy the Harley Davidson dealership oil. Everybody can do what they want. You know, some people say you get the clinking and the clanking, this, that, and the other, but you know what? Each is their own. So, anyway, you know, bike's got a little wear on it though. I mean, you can see the fork legs there are starting to pit, and I tried to clean them up down here, and I'd made them look worse than what they was. I may try to chrome them at some time. And again, I can't stress this enough. This is an 07. 07 is a 1-year bike on the Softail line, and I think the Dyna line. I'm not 100% sure about the Deuces, and I'm not 100% sure about the Softail Custom. But on the Fatboys and the Heritages, I know for a fact, you can't just go out and buy parts to put on them. It's got to be for an 07 specifically, or whatever you're getting done. Like, I'd like to have these wheels chromed, so if I got to get these wheels chromed, I'm literally going to have to get them chromed myself, because otherwise they ain't gonna match up. Because the difference is, that year there, I'm just gonna throw this out here, I got some videos out on this, but I'm gonna throw it out here again. They made a lot of changes to these bikes. They went from the 88 cubic inch to the 96 cubic inch, which is an awesome motor. That's all original, still ain't done nothing to that. And the only thing is, they do run hot. They are a hot motor. They're a hot motor. But anyway, they went to the bigger motor, went to the 6-speed transmission, and on the Fatboy line, they went to the 50 caliber holes in the solid rims. And they went to a 200 millimeter back tire from 180. Now on the Heritage, I know that the front ends are different too, but I don't know exactly 100% everything about it. But here's the difference. You have a metric front end, and then all this new stuff in here, and you have a standard rear end. In other words, if you wanted to put, it'd probably look funny because the fenders are bigger and stuff, but if you probably wanted to put a 180 tire on there, you probably could, off of an older Fatboy, as long as your spacers was the same. But I wouldn't suggest it. I bought a set of chrome rims for this thing. Thought I had something. I put that front one on. It was off center. Wasn't right. But if you look at any 07s, and as far as a Heritage and Fatboy, you can see where the difference is. See how that fender don't look like it's lined up in there? It's lined up. It runs in line. It's just that's how it was machined for that 1 year. 08, it's centered. Everything's back to normal. But just keep that in mind if you have an 07 model. It's a 1 year bike. So, all right, I think that's it. So I appreciate you stopping by and, looking at my upgrades and stuff. And I mean, I don't know, you maybe do the math there. Oh, and there's one other thing I did do almost immediately too. I did put a Screaming Eagle. Is it Screaming Eagle? I don't know, it ain't Screaming Eagle, I forget that one. But I put a fuel commander in there. It's underneath the seat. I'm not gonna pull the seat off. So I put that on there, and I did have to call the people and get the code to punch in there for the Rush exhaust, because it didn't have the Rush exhaust listed in there. So that is the other upgrade. And at this point, I'm pretty much done with it unless I get some different wheels. My next upgrade is I'd like to get a Thunder Mountain Firestone if I can find one. Those bikes are awesome. But anyway, that's it. I'm rambling on. I appreciate you stopping by and listening to me rattle a little bit. I'm just trying to save fellow riders some money. Obviously, if money ain't an issue and you don't feel like turning the wrenches on it, then that's the way to go. I don't really feel like turning the wrenches no more, but I don't have a big wallet, so that's how I do that. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.